Welcome to the channel both feared and revered by man and beast, the heliosblog. Today on the Whatever podcast, two toxic womanists rage quit. And of course, it's going to be a heated debate. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Classic irony, you know, again, because humans are hierarchical creatures, right? You can't not have a hierarchy. This is even true in supposedly equal societies like communist ones. So we get the classic argument of all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others, right? So it's nuts. Anyway. Ah, your society, but doesn't that imply you're at the top? Okay, anyway. That's the case in all societies. That's why you have laws, because some people ignore the rules and focus not on the success of the society, but on the success of themselves. That's the whole point. Patriarchy values women, protect them and cherish them. The idea that it preys on women is intellectualism. Womanism has failed you. How may the patriarchy help you today? Okay. These people do not understand your intellectualized question. They don't have the capacity to understand the question you even asked. Their maturity is like a 12-year-old. Do you really think a 12-year-old can answer a question like that? So what you're saying is the people should be excommunicated if they don't follow the rules. Okay, but how do you excommunicate them? Well, you need an authority branch. And how do you keep that authority branch from becoming the ruler of your state, because they have the power to enforce the rules? It's happened many times. That's called a military dictatorship. That would come up to you, because you can think of everything, right? That's it? What about stealing? What? Absurd. my lord, you're hilariously naive. What? How could you say that with a straight face? Literally, the capacity of a 12-year-old. Like, you really have no capacity for critical thought if you're that naive in your thinking. That's crazy. You don't understand how leadership arose in the first place, did you? You just... Where did you learn this crap? That's what I want to know. This is a person that is woefully out of touch with actual reality. Woefully out of touch. Like, are you really so naive as to think that society can run in a communist system well over the long term? This doesn't exist. Sorry. Never. Well, yeah, there was a guy that wrote a book about this so-called utopian society called Karl Marx, and he even prescribed steps for how it should be done. And when it was done according to the guy, with all the greatest of intentions, what happened was a total nightmare disaster. My values. That has already happened. It has already happened. And it failed. So it wouldn't be so difficult to transition. All it takes is a coup d'etat, which is what happened. Right? So they had a system that was oligarchy, run by a monarchy, killed the entire royal family, and replaced it with this system. It's not so hard because, you know, the non-ruling class, they don't really care as long as they have, like, you know, food on the table and things to eat and, you know, family. Like, they don't really care who's at the top of the state, right? It has already happened. And what happened is it caused millions and millions of deaths worldwide. More than any plague. That's basically Animal Farm. Well, not exactly. So you want to be a hippie living in a commune? Agreed. Indeed. Well, it's not human beings, it's men, right? But that's half of human beings do that. And those human beings that tend to organize themselves into hierarchy also tend to rule because they tend to be stronger and more logical, right? And also more willing to fight to you know, seize territory or seize resources or whatever. So organically, that's what tends to happen. Yes, every society, all of human history. Indeed. No, you don't necessarily agree. That's the Freudian slip. That's right. You don't agree, even though it's literally the society you live in, but you've read a textbook somewhere that tells you that it's wrong, and now you need to fight against it in all its forms, even though you're an idiot. Anyway. Oh, here comes the back pedal. They have... What? You want evidence of people organizing into hierarchies and you think it doesn't exist? What planet do you live on? Imagine Brad's shirt and using brain at the same time. Impossible. Communism only works when everyone is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Everyone lies. Imagine pitching communism and not knowing what it is. Except, yeah, exactly. She didn't even know what communism was because her definition of communism was people living in a commune. So she doesn't even know what communism is. So when the guys were answering their intellectualized, like, responses, they didn't only go over a head. They went over 2 levels of standard deviation higher in intelligence over a head. They went like she asked like what is the number 0, and they went on to explain using calculus what 0 is, but she doesn't even know what like 5 plus 5 is. Okay. Literally. He wasn't talking about her. He was talking about the communism girl. Yup, I remember this one. Indeed. Yeah, the survivor naked and afraid, and then they literally had to mix up the teams because it was obvious the girls were gonna die. Like, anyway. Disaster, right? And then these girls are pitching up. The only way that your so-called hierarchy-less society exists is if there are big, strong men who agree with you that are willing to uphold that society. But what happens when you stop giving those men bedroom fun? They're gonna turn it around and like rule it using a military dictatorship. Like, you're an idiot. Like, okay, anyway. What? Sorry, I just, like, we need a pause. Okay, alright. Can you just imagine this girl in like a women's studies class saying this garbage? And the professor has to pretend to, you know, oh, good point, girl X. I've never heard that argument before. You're so smart. Whew. My lord. Exactly my thought. Exactly my thought. Ah, yes. Yeah, you've for sure done all this analysis yourself. You're very intelligent. Yes. Here we go. Oh my lord. Talk about a house of cards. You can't make this crap up, guys. And play the soundbite again. He said espouse, not spout. Look at his face. He's like, I can't even... Exactly. Except even communism is hierarchical. There are all these things, like when you say ethical values, you are describing a social norm. I don't expect you to understand that a rule that everybody follows, no matter what it's called, is a type of social norm, a social rule that people follow. Whatever you brand it as, you non-capitalist person. Oh, it's true. What? Indeed. How do you not know? You don't want to lose the argument, so you're just saying whatever. That's the problem here. Yes, you can! Oh my lord! Things can't be generalized? Oh, we're back to that. Tired old argument. Oh my lord! No, now she's gonna move the goalposts. Oh, you mean psychologically? You don't have to agree or support him. Because the argument is correct whether you like the guy or not. Whew, baby. No, I don't pay attention to that. Oh, that's... What? Absurd. That's not what's happening here. They're not winning the argument because they know their point's better. They're winning because you don't know crap about anything. My lord. You know why. This girl is talking about what's in the Bible? What kind of joke reality are we living in? And there it is. She's never experienced a strong male figure in her life, and that's why she's a walking disaster. Wow, what a surprise. Very surprising turn of events here. I decline to answer on the invoking of my Fifth Amendment right. Because shame insults guilt and they need to be right. Frickin' disaster. Okay. Freaking disaster. Indeed. What? Oh my lord. Ah, your capacity for debate is very great point. Oh, she struggled to hold that one in her head for 10 minutes. My lord. Okay, I'm done. That's all I'm gonna say is you can't make this crap up. Okay, hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom and Bobby, Dylan, and Renaissance Press. Shout out to you, most recent donator. Thank you. You can buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. My Patreon is patreon.com/theheliosblog. If you want coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. I'll slot you right in. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.